Hello! Congratulations on second Kaz. Hey Tibbo, how's it going? If you're off to bed, have a good sleep. Alrighty. We have Melanie tonight. I'm good. How are you? That's good. How's your tummy feeling? Well, that's good. That's really good. I've had a very lazy day today. Well, no, it wasn't lazy. It was kind of lazy, but not like overly. I did do some weed eating. Turns out I'm like very ADHD with weed eating. I kept trying to like put myself back on task. I was like, okay, let's just weed eat this one section here. And I start doing that, and then I kind of get bored, and I go over here, and I start weed. I'm like, finish the task. And then my back started hurting me, and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, wow, I need to get that. I need to get that sorted because I can't. I can't keep doing that. Hey, Pele, how's it going? Hubby is coming and buying food for me. A good meal is coming because I haven't felt like eating much, right? You're muted? Ah, gotcha. Hey, Kiki. How is it going? I decided to spin on Melanie. Who got first? Did anyone get first? It's not showing up that anyone got first. Kiki, grab it. Ah, Shirley got it. Yeah, normally Ricky grabs first like crazy, but I guess Ricky's either late or isn't going to be in tonight. How is Shirley? Also, congratulations on first, Shirley. How is everyone doing? I'm good. I'm tired. And I've learned that I'm very ADHD when it comes to weed eating. trying to think if I did anything else other than weed eat and play video games. Ooh, nice. I had applesauce and just some boiled pasta with nothing on it. I was like, I want pasta and I don't want to put anything on it. And it was kind of cold because I always rinse my pasta after I cook it to get any excess starch off, because I don't like that, and it also prevents it from sticking. So I just like rinsed it, and a lot of times if I don't have like a sauce that's heated up to put on top, I usually will warm it up in the microwave or something. I didn't. I just ate it cold with nothing on it. It hit the spot. So I do need to get some more pesto sauce though. I like pasta with pesto sauce. Hey Dan, how's it going? Okay. Okay is better than not okay. Have you got anything sorted out with your med changes and stuff? What do you think? You think we'll be able to spin all this tonight? I doubt it. But at least we'll get a good chunk done. This poor braid has been so violated by Vinny. I will say though, it is kind of nice to be back spinning on Melanie. I always forget how much I enjoy spinning on Melanie until I like pick her up after I haven't spun on her for a bit, and it's like, oh, right. I've been promised I would be put on the list to see the doctor when they come Wednesday. Well, that's good. Hopefully they keep their promise. Because, yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous what they did. Have a good night, Thibaut. Take care. I look forward to swimming tomorrow. Hello, how's it going? Yeah, I was very impressed with myself today. I actually managed to eat at least 2 meals today instead of going like all day and being like, oh yeah, maybe I should eat something. Good. Just settling in for the night. Nice. I actually had to remind myself to pay attention to the time today because I was after I attempted to do some adulting by doing some yard work, which didn't last long, but I did do some yard work. I spent the majority of the day listening to audiobooks and playing video games. So I kept looking at the time like, ugh, I need to start getting ready for stream. Ugh, I need to start getting ready for stream. Oh crap, I gotta go live. Just a random one off of Audible. One of the ones that's included it in the subscription plan so that I didn't have to use a credit or anything. I was like, I need a book and I don't know what, so I'm like, what's included in your plan? Yeah, okay, random smut book. It's okay. I need to. My problem is I've been looking through everything and I'm just like, nah. Like all the different genres that I usually read, and I'm just like, I cannot seem to find anything that's holding my attention. This one's somewhat okay, but it's just your typical cliche smut book. Oh yes, I have cats. I have 2. Well, technically I have 3, but there's 2 that come and make appearances on the stream. The other one lives next door in my camper trailer with me. I use Libby. My aunt uses Libby. I will for sure. But yeah, so my aunt uses Libby. I just use Audible right now. But I might eventually get myself a library card and switch to Libby. We'll see. Thankfully, for the most part, staff have been taking time as they can to have social interactions with me outside when they are helping me with things. Oh, that's good. That's really good, Dan. So for the most part, the staff's good. We just gotta get the doctor to get his head out of his butt and smarten up. Well, that's good that the staff seems to be decent. Because sometimes it's the doctors that are good, but the staff are terrible. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. Hey, Passion. Okay, I found a perfect stream. Arts and crafts and great tunes. Yes. We're a pretty chill stream. I knit, I spin, I crochet. On rare occasions, you will see me make journals. Though so far, I think I've only done one on stream. I have 2 cats that make appearances regularly. And, the playlist is very random, but for the most part, the tunes are pretty good. I have a redeem button in my redeems where you can request songs and then they get put on a playlist. So we have quite the variety on this playlist. I want to get into crochet, but it seems so complex. I find crochet is easier than knitting, but I've had some friends that are knitters that really struggled to learn crochet, so I guess it depends on the I don't know, the way your brain works, I guess. Eventually, I'm going to be upgrading this computer and getting another camera so I can have a camera angle down. And I might start teaching some basic stuff off and on when I'm crafting for like knitting, crochet, spinning. So I put photos of a test spin in Discord. Oh yes, hold on. Let me take a look. Ooh. Okay. Those are nice. I wish that I could spin that thick. I love that. Those colors are perfect. I wish I could spin that thick. I mean, every now and then I would like some like regular thickness yarn. But I taught myself how to spin and I went as skinny as possible, and now I struggle to spin anything thicker than this. Eventually, one day. Oh, I love that. Those colors are awesome. That is pretty freaking sweet. Oh my goodness. I really like that. That is really good. There's so many of us who would help you out with, right? Yes, there are a lot of people in the crafting community on Twitch that can help you learn how to crochet if you want. Spinning is making yarn. So we are literally making yarn. We're turning floof into yarn. This is a single ply, but eventually it will turn out like this. Or here's another example. This is some yarn that I gotta wash up and actually send to a friend. But I have been dragging my feet. And I need to stop dragging my feet. So, and then this is an electric spinner. So it's an electric eel wheel. But I do have a traditional spinning wheel behind me who needs some TLC and love before I can use her again. And I also spin on things that are called drop spindles. So I can make yarn this way. And I've just started learning how to spin on a supported spindle, which is one that sits in a dish and you spin it that way instead of letting it dangle. So I'm I love to spin. I love to knit, I love to crochet, but I love to spin. The color, I looked all over the internet trying to find the colors. I just am not pleased with it. I'll try some more. What is it that you don't like about it? Is it just like the way the colors tied together, or is it the yarn itself that you don't like? Okay, I've missed some here. Let me. I wanted thin, but I couldn't get it consistent. Doing it thinner on the merino. I can do thinner on yes, Corriedale is definitely a lot easier to spin thin. This, I don't know what this is actually. I think this is actually a type of merino. It's too soft for Corriedale. It does not feel like Corriedale, but yeah, I can go quite thin on Corriedale. And this one is actually, I honestly I don't know what it is, but it spins very nice. I think that's just, I felt clumpies, and I think it's just fiber, chewed fiber from my cat. My cat may or may not have got a hold of this floof. The staff have told me that it helps their own mental health to have someone who generally remembers. Right? I bet. I so want to do something like that scrappy yarn. All I did was buy a bunch of felting floof. So I just have a whole bunch of little packages. Well, let me reach way down in this box. I bought a whole bunch of little packages, and then I divided them up. So each package, most of them come like this, but I would usually divide them in half. Sometimes I've even divided them smaller. And then I just recently bought a couple of these, and I'm probably going to divide them into like 4 or more packages. And then you just get the smaller stripes. So if you want bigger stripes, then you just don't divide them. I've done that with my scrappy yarn sweater, which I keep forgetting to bring in here. That one was like a full little package of felting floof. But I realized after, that's great if you're doing big projects like blankets or like a big sweater. But for smaller items, you kind of need shorter stripes. So I started dividing them down. But yeah, you can buy felting floof. It is so fun. It is so fun. I do a grab and spin, so I reach in and I grab whatever color I want. And whether I like the color and whether it's going to go with the color that I just spun, I still have to spin it. It's a fun little challenge game, I guess you could say. Nice, Kaz. That's awesome. Hey, Retro. Not Retro. Acid. Hey, Acid. This is going to start getting confusing. It's a good thing that your name is a different color it's just different color. Because next thing you know, I'm going to start calling you Retro, and then Retro's going to be like, what the heck? And I think it's because I read the redeem and not your actual, like, name where you... So I didn't see the color and I just like immediately read retro. I'm really excited for you guys. So it has some inconsistent bits. I want shorter color. I'm so far behind on chat. I apologize, guys. I'm getting there. ADHD is kicking in. That will knit up as big blocks of barber pole colors, but that's not what I was going for. I was going for something. Gotcha. I can't tell if the caps are excitement or anxiety. But how do you combine the ends? Did you put them on black? No, they're just you just grab one and go on to the next. So it's as simple as you know, it's like, oh, I'm done with one package, and then just spin it in. So like that's all I did was join, just like as if your yarn, or yeah, as if your floof had broken and you got to rejoin. That's how I joined everything in with the felting floof. Yeah, pretty much. If you got yourself, there's many different spindles. So if you got yourself like a drop spindle, here's 2 examples of drop spindles. Or this is a supported spindle, so this one spins in a dish. And floof you can use if you've got like a dog that has long hair. You can use dog hair, though for a novice you might not want to attempt with dog hair. But yeah, or felting floof, or even, I kid you not, polyfill for stuffing teddy bears and things like that. You can make yarn out of it. And yeah, you can buy drop spindles pretty cheap. You can make drop spindles. I always recommend, if you ever want to try making yarn, start with a drop spindle, because spinning's expensive. This here cost me like $500 with shipping and custom fees and stuff. I just struggle changing pieces over. My ply gets inconsistent. It gets better with practice. You can also like when you're ending, well, little bits of floof. Just make sure that you have a little bit of a tuff left over, and then you can always fluff up the next bit too, depending on what it is. You can always fluff it up, and you don't have to spin from this thickness. So when I first started spinning, I would take a braid like this. This one's messed up because of the cat, and I would literally break it down into sections like this thick, or sometimes even like this, and then I would even go as far as pre-drafting this out to make it easier to spin. So it's I'm gonna put that at the end though. It's just a matter of practicing, but yeah, if you put the floofy bits together, and sometimes you can even start a little bit farther up on your spin. Oh, I got it. And then it just kind of sort of like just grabs right in, and then you can just sort of draft it. So just make sure that you don't finish right off when you're spinning, when you're going to join it another piece. Because if you have the fluffy bits, it helps tie everything together. Now, this stuff spins beautifully. Not all stuff spins as nice as this. So, but, yeah. And then, depending on the type of fiber you use a long draw method. This one doesn't mind long draw. It's where you let your twist go into your floof and you just slowly pull back. But it prefers a short forward draw. But some floof loves long draw. This stuff that Passion sent me. It's a core wool. And this stuff loves long draw spinning. Like it thrives off a long draw. Hi, Pickles. Did you come to say hi to the stream? So you need a shit ton of patience. Yes, patience is definitely key if you ever want to get into spinning. Yes, well, this is also like I had to go through exchange rate because this is American, right? Electric eel wheels are American, so I have to pay exchange rate. Then there's the taxes. Then there's the shipping, and I also believe I had to pay some custom fees on this this guy. I don't know why I'm calling Melanie a guy because she's a girl, but anyway, so that's why it's so expensive for me. If I lived in the States, it'd be a lot cheaper. Lot less fees, but I love the electric eel wheel. It's a great little spinner, and it was still cheaper than me buying any other spinner at the time. And I split mine into little pencil-sized sections. I just am so new. Yes, yeah, it takes time. My first floofs were not like this. I've been spinning since 2020 now. So my floof has definitely gotten a lot more consistent. And it gets more consistent with practice. Like, for example, like I'm not always consistent. This is like I'm still very new to my supported spindle, and I have like, of course I've been getting better at it, but like I've got like thicker chunks, and then I got like super skinny bits. So like consistency comes with practice, and I still have a lot of practicing to do with my supported spindle. I'm a lot better with my Turkish drop spindles, but yeah, it's all practice and learning. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. You know, honestly, Pele, I think I don't know if you can hear me yet. I think I like the 1 row. Ads. Oh, good, you can hear. Okay. Yeah, ads, always. Welcome back from ads. Yes, Frosty Tools is a bot. It's my only bot that I use. And it has some pretty hilarious shit sometimes, depending on what kind of conversations we're having in chat. Right? But yeah, I do occasionally get very nerdy when I start talking about yarn stuff, so I get distracted and will just go off on this like whole conversation, sometimes with myself. And then I look at the chat and be like, oh, I'm way behind on chat. 1 second. So, yeah. You'll notice that in my streams. And I love when people ask me questions. If I'm able to answer, I always enjoy answering. If I can't answer, I usually try and point the person in a direction of someone that does know. Or I'll just say I don't know. Let's you go back and reply to chat instead of yes. I do my best. There are times when I do legitimately miss chat and don't realize it, and so I am a firm believer of if I miss something, especially if it's important, just put it back in chat. Some people have even taken to highlighting their chat. Or sometimes my mods will highlight the chat and paste it and be like, oi, pay attention. And I'm like, oops. So, yeah. I definitely get distracted easily, or I will like get hyper focused sometimes on depending on what I'm doing. And if chat's been a little bit more active, I will sometimes miss stuff. But most people are pretty good at letting me know if I miss something, so I can go back and check. Getting some decent music tonight. Seems like a very loving and kind community. Yes. Well, I kind of stumbled into the kind, loving community. When I first started streaming, I had no idea that I was going to basically meet my people. I was like, I don't really like there's a lot more now, but when I first started looking, I never really saw anyone spinning, and I'm like, I'm just going to make a stream where I spin and listen to music and nobody's going to see anything. They're just going to see my machine. They're not going to see me, nothing. And I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to spin. that didn't last. I've got to go forage for food. See everyone later. Take care. Thank you so much. Enjoy your food. Food. Oh, and fair warning, we have like pretty well every single version of this song on this playlist. Because me and one of the mods actually really like this song. I'd love to stream my crafts and shit, but my god, I'm so... Hey. I am too. Or I was. I was very awkward when I first started, for sure. But I always say that if you ever do want to stream, you should just try it. And if you don't like it, then you just don't stream. Or sometimes you just want to take a little bit while. Take a while to like think about it. I can talk, honestly. But I will say that the crafting community, at least for the most part, the ones that I've met on here, are very kind and very supportive. And I probably wouldn't be here still if I hadn't met so many amazing... I did find my necklace! I did, yes! But, like, yeah. Seriously, if it wasn't for everybody that comes and hangs out and all the other streamers on here that I go and chill with, I probably wouldn't be here. But the crafting community is phenomenal. So, yeah, on a fluke, I found my necklace. I'd given up on it. I figured something's happened to it. And the other day, I was walking past my table to leave my camper. And obviously, camper, small spot. And there's always stuff underneath my table. Always. Because the cat knocks stuff down and it hurts to bend down and get down there in that small space. So I usually wait until, like, I can't stand kicking stuff anymore before I clean out from under my table. Well, I was walking by and just out of the corner of my eye, I see just, like, this much beads. It's kind of, like, sticking out. I'm like, what is that? I thought it looked almost like a plastic cord, but I'm like, what is that? And as I go bend down closer, I'm like, oh, it's my necklace. So I was very, very happy because this necklace means a lot to me. So it was a very happy thing. And the only thing I can think of is I must have, instead of putting it on right after my shower, I must have carried it with me back over to the camper and set it on my desk, and then the cat probably knocked it on the floor. And yeah. When I first noticed it was missing, I was just, like, devastated. I was like, oh no, where's my necklace? I'm like, it's gotta be in the bathroom at home. Because I was out visiting family. And then I get home and I look. Yeah, my cats are, yeah. Have decided the weekends are going to be days when stay in my room and stream and do my own thing, except for the mandatory going to eat meals right? You know, I think that's a good idea, Dan. That is a really good idea. Treat it kind of like a job. Your weekends are your time. And then you're also not burning yourself out that way. So yeah, I have 3 cats, but you only ever see 2 cats on my stream because the other one lives next door. But that's basically them all there in the corner. I'm not gonna stick my hand in front of my spinning wheel. Though I need to update because I have a better version of Pickles. So I need to like incorporate. I think I actually even have a better version of Vinny too. I don't think I've done all 3 of them yet. Yeah, I need to officially move over here. I moved down to help my mom out, and I lived in a camper trailer in her backyard. So, which is like right out the window here is my camper trailer. And when I started streaming, I realized that my camper was just too small for streaming, for like my crafting stuff. So I commandeered my mom's spare room, which was just a storage room, as my office where I come over and I stream. But my mom has recently passed away, and now I'm working on getting the house cleaned out so that I can move in. But I'm kind of like in between. I'm over here parts of the day, and then I'm over in my camper parts of the day, and trying to motivate myself to junk said house out so that I can move me in and my cat in and integrate my cat with these cats. Because these 2 cats are technically my mom's. Yeah, it's been an interesting time, to say the least. So I have definitely been procrastinating because I've tried to integrate my cat with these 2 before. I have it set up where my cat can come up. There's a boardwalk that she can come up and actually come through this window. And then my plan was originally that I would just shut the office door, let her in here, she could wander around, the cats could smell each other through the door, it would be great. But at the time, Pickles was still very small, and there's like a good 2-inch gap underneath these doors, and Pickles was able to go underneath the door, and I thought I had it blocked off enough. I did not. Honestly, it was it kind of reminded me of like the cartoon cat fights where arms and legs were it was a lot. And since then I've been a little bit leery about trying it again. But if I move into the back bedroom, I can lock my cat back there, and she'll have like the full bedroom to herself. And then I have a deck off the house. It's a covered deck, and that's gonna get wired in and get turned into a big catio that they can share. So when Mystique's outside, these guys will be locked inside, and then they can go out and she can be locked inside until we get them integrated. And I'm dragging my feet over it all. No, I'm going to be using stucco wire, actually. That's what I used on Mystique's catio, because she has a catio that's off the camper. It's just a small one. She generally spends most of her time outside on a lead, on the side of the camper. But she does use her catio when she has to be locked in. Yes, stucco wire. It is like squares that are about yay big. Maybe a little bit smaller. And it's the wire that you put up before you do stucco on your houses. If you have like a glass door or something, I've seen like videos of people trying to get pets to bond, and they feed them on the opposite sides. Yeah, fortunately I do not have glass door, but the gaps underneath the doors in this house are like, so they'll be able to see and smell each other. And probably even partially fight through the doors, not gonna lie. So I might have to put something down to make the gap a little bit smaller. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's good heavy duty wire. So it works really good, and it's what my aunt and uncle actually use as a fence for their yard. But yeah, so the catio, or the deck is going to get turned into a catio. It's going to get all wired in, and they are going to have a primo freaking, because it's, the deck is 8 feet by 12 feet, I think. Yeah, I think it's 8 feet by 12 feet. It's either 8 by 12 or 8 by 10. So it's a big space. And the one window in the bedroom actually faces out into the deck, so I can put a cat door in that window that I can lock. Or if I save up my money, which it probably won't happen because stucco wire does cost money and other things cost money, I would get one of the ones that have like the magnetic collars where only the cat wearing the collar can go through it. That would be pretty good. But when it comes to the fact that I have to lock her in when they go out and vice versa, it's probably better just to get a cheap one that just locks. Coldenware. Oh, a raid already? Mousy! Hey, how's it going? Welcome on in, raiders. If you need to raid and run, by all means, raid and run. If not, you're more than welcome to chill. We are just sitting here chilling, spinning, and chit-chatting. How was your stream? Hey, Crochet and Chill, how's it going? It has been a while since I've seen you guys. Oh, nice. I want to eventually I want to save up and get a carder. Like a drum carder. I have my brushes and I've got my blending board, but I want to get a drum carder so bad. Oh, you need a minimum of 1,000 points, but then you just click on the little redeem fairy down at the bottom, and you can find the request a song, and then you just put the name of the song and the artist in, and then I will add it. I'll queue it up and add it to the playlist. I just brought as drum cutter. Nice. You bought a drum cutter, but it won't be here. Oh, the weight. The weight's always the killer when you buy something like that. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Shirley redeemed a song for you, so you just have to type in what you want, and I will add it to the playlist. Right? This theme song brings back childhood memories. Man, I used to love watching MacGyver. I think my favorite one, I don't remember much of it. I just remember he was crawling underneath this house and he found a skull and he used eraser tips off of the ends of pencils and stuck them to the skull so that he could recreate the face and find out who it was. Right? Haven't used my hand carders in a while and they hurt like heck, so can't wait, right? I bet. Sticky fingers, yours to keep. Just making sure that's the song and artist. Not just that, but you're a regular MacGyver. I am. I tend to say jerry rigger, but yes. Desire. It's too late. That way. Alrighty, thank you so much for the raid. Did we get a shout out? I don't think we got the regular shout out for you, so hold on. I like to do my / shout outs. There we go. Ooh, I got a new phone case. It's pretty and not broken. If you're wondering about the card in the back, that's my pool card. It is handy that the back of my case is clear, and I can just stick it in there, and I just hold my phone up, and they scan it. Hey, how's it going? But a heartache ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. Threw pine nuts into a fire to scare the bad guys with the noise. Right? I remember that one too. As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, I remember that. What else do I remember? I don't know, but seriously, I wouldn't mind doing like a old MacGyver's binge. I wonder if I can ever find the shows anywhere. Surely somewhere online they have MacGyver. Maybe YouTube? Need to add this to my other playlist. And I should change my screen, but I didn't. So we're going to deal with some lag. I apologize, guys. Oh, I should wait on the spinning, though. We'll see. If it doesn't... Oh, it sorted itself. Okay, we're good. It's doing decent today. I'm dealing with some frickin' fruit flies in here because I didn't realize I had a cup in here that had some tea in it. And then I went to move something and I saw the cup and all the fruit flies fly up and I'm like, no. No, No, that's why I usually change screens when I'm adding a song, because I have the computer that I use right now is a very not supposed to stream with it computer. So it doesn't work so well. Um, I literally, the only thing that I can have open on my computer is Spotify and OBS, and if I switch off of OBS, it will cause momentary lag. And if I've got my video going, it uses uh, more oomph than if I just have it on a different screen. So I'll switch screens, um, and usually wait until the lag message goes away, and then it sorts itself out. Yes, fruit flies are awful, and this house always seems to get them. Like, this house likes flies of all kinds, and some years are worse than others. But it's like no matter what, you always end up having some sort of fly problem. Um, and yeah, I don't know if it's the town that I live in, because I live in an area where there's a lot of bugs, or if it's the fact that this is a very old trailer. I don't know, but it is very annoying. But yeah, sometimes refreshing my stream helps when it does the lag thing. Other times it doesn't do anything. Okay, how's yeah? I guess you haven't heard. Mom passed away at the end of March. We knew it was coming, and so we brought her home for the last month. My brother took time off work. We brought Mom home, and we just did some really good, fun memory making things. So, I don't know. I wish I had chickens. I've thought about getting chickens, but then I'm like, do I want the responsibility of taking care of chickens? Last time I knew she was, yeah, she was in the hospital, and then it just like she kept like she went into the hospital with a really bad infection, and then while in the hospital, after she got over the one infection, she got another really bad infection, and they were struggling with blood pressure issues when she was doing dialysis. So it basically got to the point where they said her body's just not, like, it's just, it doesn't want to fight anymore. And our options were keep her in the hospital, and she might live maybe 3 to 6 months. Uh, but she was just like absolutely miserable being there. Oh, ads. Ads. Okay, are we back? Yeah, so the doctor the doctor basically said that she had like maybe 3 to 6 months if she stayed in the hospital, um, where she was absolutely miserable and depressed, and just like every day, sometimes in the middle of the night, calling me and saying, "Can you come get me?" And then, or she could go home, and the doctor predicted maybe a week and a half. We got almost a month with her. So it was good. We made some good memories. My brother took time off work. We just did things until she couldn't do things, and then we just chilled and hung out, and she got to eat food that she loved, that she hadn't been able to have for a while. She got to see a few people. So I miss her, but at the same time, I'm happy that she's not suffering anymore. Because it was getting really tough on her mentally and physically, having to go up for dialysis all the time. Pickles and Vinny are around. They have both made appearance. Well, no, I think Vinny came before I went live, but Pickles, no, he came too. So they've both made appearances, but they haven't stuck around. Yeah, we did, and I think the hardest part was where she would talk about, oh, like, for Christmas this year or later on this year we can go do this, and like that was the hardest part, because we just started responding with, yeah, we can definitely do that. Because when you tried to tell her, it's like, well, Mom, we're not going to be able to do that, then she'd get upset, right? So it's just like, no, we just, yep, we're going to do that. Sounds like a plan, Mom. I think that was the hardest part. I used to work at a funeral home. The best thing to see was someone getting to be home with their... Yes. Yes. It was just one of those things where she was... I don't think she would have lasted as long in the hospital mentally. Like, she was... Her mental health was just taking a dive. She never liked being in the hospital. She was a smoker, so she didn't smoke cigarettes, but she vaped. And she couldn't vape in the hospital, though she still tried. And it just... She constantly stressed. She got COVID while she was there. She gave it to me when I came to visit. It was great. And then even so, when she came home, she brought home a lovely chest cold that both me and Mom got, because we were still recovering from COVID. So I was sick pretty much the entire time, and so was she. Thankfully it wasn't COVID that time, but it was a very horrible like chest cold, and it affected our voices. We couldn't really talk. So I probably wouldn't have even been able to stream even if I hadn't taken the time off, because I could barely talk without my voice just disappearing. Currently not feeling too well. Oh, I'm sorry, Jesse. Sending you feeling better vibes. Oh no, Crimson, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's hard when that happens. Right? That sucks. I found myself listening to the Wolf Totem, but yes! Isn't it awesome? I freaking love that song. I love The Who. She was a friendly, cheerful, pretty girl who didn't let anything get her down, right? Mom and I had a big fight today. She called to yell at me about buying too much stuff and that I'm shopaholic, hoarder, and have an out of control binge. She then got mad at me because I hung up and called her out on her unchecked issues, telling her to get right. Exactly. Stop calling the kettle black there, lady. I'm glad you hung up on her. Oh no, your dog just farted. Oh. Oh, dog farts are the worst. I'm gonna go listen. I'm so sorry to hear about your mom. See you again soon. You take care. Have a good one. I can believe that, Kaz. I think I would be the same way. I did a bunch of gluing today. Tomorrow I'll drill holes for the chopsticks. Yes! I can't wait to see it when it's done. I am excited. I may or may not be excited and living vicariously through you. So I don't know why I'm saying I'm living vicariously through you, because I've made my own drop spindle. I'm just excited because I might try it out. If yours turns out, I might just try it out, okay? With the chopsticks, because you always need more drop spindles, right? I'll have 9 Turkish spindles, all different colors. That is gonna be so freaking awesome. I cannot wait to see it. And then I might have to go out and make a few myself. So, Jamie's making Turkish drop spindles. So he's out of chopsticks, not chopsticks, popsicle sticks and chopsticks. But, so he's making one of these, or a few of these, out of popsicle sticks and chopsticks. This one here has a chopstick for a spindle. But the cross part is 3D printed. Which I need to befriend someone that lives near me. I keep trying to convince my brother he needs to get a 3D printer. So many things I could do with a 3D printer. I could print some new pretty bobbins. I could print a fancy dancy pretty orifice reducer, and I can get like a fancy base for this, and I can change the knobs up, and I can they even, there's a 3D printed case that for, I better get this song before I forget about the song. Currently waiting for my Amazon parcel to arrive so I can make some bedazzled and beaded pens. Nice. I bought a drill bit set for my cordless drill. Took an extra popsicle stick and used each drill bit to drill a hole, labeling each hole with the size of the bit that made it. Then tested the chopstick in each hole to see what bit worked best. Nice. Smart thinking. Not gonna lie, I really just want to like run down to the dollar store tomorrow and pick up popsicle sticks, and I tell myself no. I have enough things to do. I have enough spindles right now. And if I'm going to be doing anything tomorrow other than my swimming, it will be mowing the freaking lawn. I've got to work on that lawn. I got to stop being... Oh my god, I am so ADHD with a freaking weed eater. It's pathetic. Come here. I don't know if Jesse's still here, but Jesse would love to see you. Yeah. So we say, hi, Jesse, I'm here. Are you still hanging out? I've come to say hi. Yeah, he has a beautiful pattern. This is Vinny. He's my troublemaker. But he's also my snuggle bug. She'll probably ignore me for a couple days because that is what she does when she knows I'm right about stuff. Or know more than she does because, right? It's crazy how frequently I reach for chopsticks in my cooking. I use them to stir and mix with. I love chopsticks. I had a whole set of them and I don't know what happened to them. So I think I want to get more, but I do like the cheap takeout ones too. They're handy. I use them for like so many things. He does. He was supposed to be my mom's cat, but he decided that I was his human. So I'm his emotional support human. I have a bunch of freebie chopsticks from the local Chinese restaurant. Yeah, I used to get a lot of them when I would buy the grocery store sushi. Because 90% of the time I wouldn't bother using the chopsticks. But I always would grab them. And I use them for all sorts of things, like crafting and stuff. And now I'm like, I need to get more chopsticks. I also have some Korean chopsticks, but the problem with Korean chopsticks is they're, at least the takeaway ones, is they're pretty much all the same diameter. So I mean, you could take the chopstick and you could shave it down so that this part would be thicker and then this part would be thinner. That would work. But yeah, yeah. Did you know that using round chopsticks, like the Korean chopsticks, are actually a little bit harder than the other chopsticks? I'm not the best with chopsticks, but I like to practice with them. I'm definitely a lot better than I used to be, but I have a long ways to go. Get in there. We really need to ply this turtle up before it starts falling apart. Maybe that's what I will do after I'm done this spin, is ply up that turtle. Oh, just stab my food with the chopsticks and pretend, right? I've done that. I've done that before. I eat fried rice and my lo mein noodles with chopsticks. I every now and then I get I get ambitious. Hey Gigi, how's it going? It is time. It is time for self-care. Crappy. Oh, that's not good. It's not good at all, Gigi. I'm glad. I'm glad you like hanging out here. I just like to be myself, do my things, and this is me. Gotta fight with Amazon to get a part for the pickup and not looking forward to the... Oh no. Oh no. Nice one, Jamie. I'm putting together a Book Nook kit. Oh, I want to do a Book Nook one of these days. One day, I'm going to make a Book Nook, but I'm going to create it myself. So it should be fun. Because I've never done it before. And so, yeah. I want to do like a fairy garden Book Nook. I think a fairy garden Book Nook with like yarn and kitty cats and turtles and mushrooms. Yeah. I need to make a fairy garden. Oh, I have a beautiful freaking magnolia tree. I really should do like a freaking fairy home in my magnolia. I love my magnolia tree. It literally looks like it should be in the fairy world. Yes. It's exactly what they are. And there's so many cool ones out there. There's really amazing kits out there. But I've seen some amazing ones that are just like done from scratch. And I'm like, yes, I must one day. But we got everything else fixed. Now we need to chase the light gremlins, right? Damn light gremlins. Got this one for $20 on Amazon. Nice. I love sales. You know it'd be really cool, and I'm sure it's been done, but if not, you know it'd be really cool? Like a living Book Nook. You know, one that you actually have to like water or mist, because there's like actual like real moss and plants in it. I kind of want to make a living Book Nook now. I love plants. My cats like to kill my plants. But you know, for some reason, the few plants that my cats haven't destroyed, though they attempt, they still keep trying to live. Like, this is my asparagus fern, who I finally cut him all down because he was pretty much dead because the cats kept eating him. And then he grew a new stem, and then my cats ate that. But he's starting to get new growth on that little chewed off bit of stem. I don't know how this plant is still living. The cats constantly try to kill it, but it's still living. And I have a couple other plants they haven't yet killed, though they try. The book is completely ready to use from a... Nice! Hey, Silver, how's it going? I love an asparagus fern, but they're considered weeds in... Aww! So they won't even let you have them in the house? That's sad. Can buy them, so you just can buy them, so where to get it? You might be able to find it through, like, maybe you can get seeds or something off Amazon. Just don't put it out in the yard, and you should be okay. The proper name... Oh, I don't have the label anymore. There's a technical name for it other than the asparagus fern. I just don't remember what it is. It starts with a P, though. Oh, foxtail? I know foxtail. Well, okay. I know the foxtail grass. Now that is definitely a weed. Here, let me look up the proper name. They're so freaking beautiful. Ooh. Yeah, you can buy, at least in Canada, you can buy the seeds online. Okay, this one does not have the... I'm pretty sure the one that I got, the name started with a P, but I don't see it on the description on this one. Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. Fern names. Plumosa. Plumosa fern is how mine... It's also known as the lace fern. But oh yeah, right here, the asparagus densiflorus is also referred to as the foxtail fern. So the asparagus fern is a little bit different, but The asparagus setius. I can't pronounce these plant names, but plumosa or lace fern. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different varieties. Ooh, my one that I had before I moved wasn't quite as bushy as this one, but that's kind of, see how all the vines go out? That's how it was before I moved and I had to leave it, but it wasn't quite as bushy as this one. It was more spindly and vine like, and it was all growing in my vines, but it was too big for me to bring it with me when I moved. So I left it to die. It was so sad. I had, before I moved down here, I had 65 plants. Some were like the same plant because like I propagated some of them. But I had like 65 plants, and I moved down here with 32 plants. And then the cats killed some of the plants. And then almost all the plants in my camper ended up dying one winter because it was too cold. And they sort of froze. But yeah, this is what Fred's supposed to look like when the cats don't eat him. That's what he's supposed to look like. This is what Fred looks like. And I keep telling myself just to like give up on him, but he keeps growing and making a comeback, and I can't do it. I'm like, if you're still fighting for life after all that the cats have done. Oh, that sucks. You got 3 coming in. I think I missed something, Kaz. Struggle with just one. It's an air plant. I killed my air plant. I'm not gonna lie. I got an air plant from my manager 1 year for my birthday. I killed it. I could not keep the air plant alive. But I'm really good with like jade plants, Christmas cactuses. That thing seems to live forever. My Hoya is doing really good, which, by the way, I need to take my Hoya and put him underneath the magnolia tree for the summer. Oh, and then I have a giant peace lily named Olaf, and somehow he has not died yet, even though I've never repotted him since I bought him like 7 years ago. Maybe 8 years now. I need to repot him this year. I'm not sure. What is that? I have no idea. Hold on. Yes. Yes. The Zygo looks like a claw cactus, which is definitely a form of it's got a picture of a Christmas cactus too. A lot of people don't know that there's 2. There's what we often call the Christmas cactus and the Thanksgiving cactus. The Thanksgiving cactus is also known as the claw cactus, and it's different from the Christmas cactus. Blooms more, but basically the same thing, and the flowers are slightly different. I have both, but I have multiple colors in the Thanksgiving cactus. I want to get the one that I don't have is what we call the Easter cactus. This, my gran used to have one of those, and I want to get one really bad, but I don't have that one. I have the claw cactus or Thanksgiving cactus, and I have the Christmas cactus, which has the smoother leaves. My grandmother often kept an African violet in her living room by the front window. My mom used to have such good luck with African violets in her old house before her house burnt down. She got this one. She had so many violets, and they thrived in that house. They always struggled in this house. This is Pickles. She is the other sweet, adorable baby that comes in. But yeah, so I have really good luck with these guys, the Christmas cactuses. And I seem to, no matter what, I've only managed to kill 2 of them. And that was almost like an intentional thing because I was getting too many plants, and I was just like, I need to let go. And it didn't want to die for me. I think the best plants for people that aren't the best with plants are... They are, I know. But thankfully these guys leave my peace lilies alone. Other than the fact that Vinny made a bed out of the one peace lily and killed it that I had. But yes. I'm aware, and it doesn't seem to affect them. Like they don't seem to bite it. So... which is great because Vinny is terrible with these guys are terrible with other plants, but for some reason they leave the peace lily alone, so I keep it. Yeah, lavender's also toxic to them, and I now have to keep my door locked because Vinny keeps sniffing and licking the sachets, so I have to now lock them out of the office, and they used to love sleeping in here. Between moving to this house, which was awful natural light, and my 2 kittens, I lost like half, right? Got told it's just, I missed something. Hold on, I missed something. I tried to ship it. Okay. Let's see. Ship it. Had the money in my bank account, and Amazon denied my payment because shipping address didn't match billing. I can contact their customer service and got a human asked why they won't ship the billing. What? Got told it's just the way it is, and they marked it result. What? Like, that's the whole point of having a shipping address and a billing address, is sometimes you're shipping to a different place. I love lavender too. I really do. Pothos plants you can grow in water. Spider plants you can grow in water. Some orchids will grow in water. But like plants that are hard to kill, pothos plants, spider plants. If you have a high enough surface, you could probably have an ivy plant without the dog being able to get at it. Me and Dork Chop had the exact same thought process. Are pothos not good for dogs because they are like an ivy-like plant, and they are hard to kill. Apparently they're toxic to cats. Well, mine leaves mine alone. Crystals that cause oral irritation, drooling, vomiting, and difficulty swallowing. While rarely fatal. Okay, so I don't know about with dogs, but for cats, pothos are toxic. While rarely fatal, ingestion causes significant discomfort and pain. It's best to keep pothos out of reach of cats, such as in hanging planters. I can tell you right now that for cats, spider plants, they love spider plants. It's almost like I think I once read that it's almost like a yes, it's almost like a drug like catnip to cats. So it's non-toxic. Spider plants are non-toxic to cats for any cat people out there that have cats that like to eat plants. But please hang it hang it up where they can't get it because they will devour the whole entire thing. You want to befriend a murder of crows? You should do it. Leave them leave them food, and they'll bring you shiny things if they like you. Yeah. So spider plants often trigger a catnip-like reaction to cats due to chemicals that can cause mild hallucinations, making cats frequently or obsessively chew on the leaves. Yes. I had a spider plant. It was doing decent. Vinny made sure that it died. Yes. Yes, they can. Anyways, I gotta stop Googling plants and go back to spinning. I've always struggled keeping spider plants around cats. I had one spider plant that I was constantly having to move because my one cat would find some way to get at it. But it lived for quite a while. I had lots of babies off of that and everything. I gave some of them away, but it didn't survive the move. Fred is still fighting. Fred is still fighting. Even though his new growth got chomped, he's starting to grow again off of he's got two little new branches. He's still fighting. Still fighting. Right? That would be cool. Was your husky overly dramatic like some... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, do I have a video of it? I think I have a video. Hold on. Hi, buddy. Oh, that's a picture. Where is it? He was sassing the hell out of me. Here it is. second. Oh, take off my earbud. All because he wanted a treat. And he just sat there forever. And I think finally I convinced him that he could go outside. And that finally stopped him. Another example of my husky being my husky. Where is it? I just saw it. Where was it? He wanted a treat, so he's literally laying on my leg. He's laying on the floor with his head propped up on my leg, staring at me, going, "Feed me. Feed me. I need a treat. I'm starving, Mom." Yes, he does. He's got the classic tabby marking, so he's got the O. He's got the O. The bullseye. No, my babas. I miss my husky. But yeah, those are just a few of the crazy things that he. Well, that one wasn't really crazy. There was more crazier ones, but loud, annoying. Wasn't going to be constantly posting those on Discord or Instagram. No, I never use that Instagram anymore. Yeah, this is Vinny. He often comes and takes over the stream. His favorite thing is taking over. Right, buddy? Right? He's officially taken over the stream. body. Oh, yes. Just lay right on top of my floof so I can't do anything. Why? Because it's so normal? Are you allowed to do that? Vincent, you know you're not allowed to play with the floof. Vincent. Do you think that I'm not that I'm stupid? I see what you're doing. Gotta burp the baby. Yeah. Sometimes this is what my stream looks like. Vinny comes, or Pickles will come, mostly Vinny. And he will take over. And I can't do anything until he decides he's done. Yeah, you're not gonna get at that yarn. Nice try, though. If I'm knitting, I can usually still knit while he's doing this, depending on what I'm knitting. But, yeah. My dog makes the most disgusting sounds when he is enjoying the pass. Yeah. He's the only cat that likes pats. My other two cats are like, what the hell are you doing? Stop doing that. Hey, your mom! Congratulations on the 80 stream streak. I think you came in and said hi earlier, didn't you? Or was that me imagining things? I don't know. My brain's been a little bit all over the place tonight. He's like, oh, I need to get at something. I need to get into something. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Nope, I haven't come in earlier. Okay. Then it must have been somebody else that I saw come in. I don't know. My brain doesn't always brain. As you know. Hey, how's it going? You just missed Vinny. Vinny was in taking over stream again. It's your Friday night. Nice. Ghostbusters. I'm not yawning. I don't know what you're talking about. I know yawn. I got swimming tomorrow. I'm excited. My 2 new swimsuits came in. As I predicted, the bottoms don't fit. That's normal. The top's a little bit too small, so I figure if I lose a little bit more weight, I should be able to fit it no problem. Because I could almost get into it, but not quite. I probably could force myself, but I didn't want to force myself. And the other one fits, but it's a little bit more like it's like a cute top, and then it's got like a skirt bottom part, or like, but it's a lot lacier than I thought it was going to be. And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm debating, am I going to do that, or am I going to just wear my usual t-shirt that I wear? Because I wear shorts and a t-shirt usually, or shorts and a tank top. And I figured when I bought these bathing suits, I was like, if the bottoms don't fit, no worries. I can just wear my shorts and then the top. But I don't know. It's pretty lacy, so I'm not sure if I'm comfortable wearing it. No one has. Right? Oh no. Oh no, did you have to deal with that? Get groceries more often. I should put, like, I've got my grocery list in, like, my cart's been I've been adding things to my cart, but I don't know if I want to order it just yet. Really trying to save money, so I want to try and use up pretty much everything that I have in the house. Just kind of like make do. But we'll see. It all ends if I run out of cat food or coffee cream, and then I'm like, I gotta put an order in for groceries. Everything else is like, well, I can make do. I can figure something out. I can put something together, but as soon as I run out of coffee cream or cat food, then I'm like, oh, I gotta do a shopping trip. I heard it, then ran to the kitchen and ignored the phone ringing, but they weren't at it long, I think. Oh, well, that's good. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a quick break. I don't think I want an Ovaltine because I may or may not have made an iced coffee for myself just before stream. I didn't do matcha. I did not do matcha, but I still have to get to sleep tonight. So I may have screwed that up. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a break. Maybe grab a snack. Oh, Ovaltine. When I first started streaming, I used to make Ovaltine with like it was like a mushroom tea, like a liver kidney function tea, and you can put it in coffee or tea or whatever. It's just like a powder, and I used to make that all the time, and Retro, one of my mods, started calling it oval tea. Thanks, Cass. And so it just became a thing. So now, whenever I get any kind of like hot drink or whatever for my stream, we just call it Ovaltine, whether I'm getting coffee or actually doing the Ovaltine or it's a different tea. So yeah, it's it was originally was Ovaltine with some other stuff in it, but yeah, because I like to get the chocolate Ovaltine and drink that instead of hot chocolate sometimes. But yeah, I haven't actually had an Ovaltine in a while. I usually do peppermint tea or coffee or a ginger tea. The texture is so damn nice. Nice. Yes, that's exactly it. Okay, well, since Kaz redeemed Ovaltine, I guess I will make myself peppermint tea. It's probably a good idea. Do a peppermint. Ooh, I can do a peppermint lavender tea again with my lavender syrup. Yeah, I think I'll make one of those. Okay, I will be back. I'm gonna take a quick break, make my tea, maybe grab a snack, and then I will be right back. Don't have too much fun without me. And no chaos. No chaos. It's calm night. Oops. Wrong stream. There, that's the one I want. Why is that so big? It's like huge. Why is it so big? Yeah, that's a little bit better. I is back. I have peppermint and lavender tea. And yes, I put cream in my tea because I'm weird. I see everyone behaved. Good. I also have some cheese to snack on. Plus, cheese is good. I cannot believe that it is starting to get... Thank you! Isn't it? I actually got this one off of Temu. I may have a slight problem with buying cute mugs from time to time. I've been behaving. Kind of. I usually tend to change my mug up with the seasons. So I have a Halloween mug. I have a Christmas mug. I have kind of like, I used to have like a regular mug, but my regular mug has been getting like switched around from time to time. I have grounded myself from Temu because I went on Temu to get some more yarn for this project that I'm working on. What is that? So this is a shrug kind of crop top sweater that I'm knitting, and I had a package of yarn. I bought this. There was like 9 balls of it, and I bought it to originally do a project for Mom, and it was just sitting in the closet, and I finally found the shrug sweater that I wanted to make, and I was like, now what yarn do I want to use? I'm like, ooh, I have this. But it wasn't quite enough, so I went on Temu to buy another package, and then I spiraled. And then I bought a bunch of things I didn't need, and then when I checked to see whereabouts they were in the whole shipping process, I would spiral again and buy some more stuff, and so I have one last package that's coming, and I refuse. Actually, I think it might be in. I think I saw an email from Temu saying that it was delivered. So my post office is closed tomorrow, but it'll be open on Tuesday. So I will go and check the mail then. And then I'm not allowed to Temu anymore. Yes, I did really good for the longest time. And then I spiraled. So, yep, it is. And I'll go on there saying absolutely not gonna get anything. No way, no how. And then I see something, and I'll like pass by a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, yep, nope, not gonna get it. We're just doing this, no problem. And then I will see one thing, and it's just like, click, and then it all goes downhill all over again. This was a impulse buy. Was these 3. I was happy to see last time I was checking on Temu to see where I had to check Temu because I got a scam package in the mail, just like this little thing with just some cardboard in it. And so I was going through and I was checking everything that I'd ordered from, just in case I had ordered something and they sent me garbage instead, kind of thing, right? And so I went on Temu and I was looking at the stuff that I bought, and I realized that I was a good Jams, and I didn't buy the other ball of floof that I saw, which would have actually been really nice because it was like a really cool like olive green color. Like, it was multicolored, but it was like in like olive green and other greens, and I was like, oh, that's nice. But I didn't buy it, and I'm so proud of myself Because I actually thought that I did. With the amount of shit that I kept buying, I thought that I had. And when I saw that I hadn't ordered it, I was like, oh yes, good. I was good. I managed to say no. I'm in trouble once things start going in my cart. Right? Yes. Me too. Yes, I was like completely thrown off because when I ended up getting more mail than I had planned. So I went Friday, forgetting that my post office is closed Friday. It used to be open 5 days a week, but they were having some financial issues. So right now it's because it's the post office is done out of a different business. And so they went down to only being open 3 days a week. And so like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays is when they're open. So I went Friday thinking it was Thursday. Like my brain just was like not processing things. And I walk up and I see one of the guys that lives there and works there. And he's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, not much. How you doing? And I'm reading a sign that they had put up about something to do with something else. And he's like, you know it's Friday. You know we're closed Friday. And I'm like, is it Friday? He's like, yeah. And he's like, it's all good because I have to go inside to grab something anyways. So you can come in and get your mail. And he's like, you got parcels. I know you got parcels. So I walk in and they got like all these packages that haven't been like scanned in yet or cards done sitting on the counter. And I go and I check my mailbox and I had 2 parcels in there that those 2 I knew about, but I had 2 other ones that hadn't even been scanned in yet. So he scanned them and gave them over to me and I'm like, I wonder what these are for. I'm like, one of them's definitely got to be Temu. But maybe it's something else. And I'm like, what is this little package? I don't remember ordering anything little. And when I order off a Temu, they lump... I usually, I generally don't order just one thing. So everything gets lumped in to one package. So it's like, what is this little package? And so I open it, and it's just a piece of folded cardboard. And I'm like... Because it was just like maybe this big plastic bag. Open it up. And then I'm like looking in there. I'm like, did something fall out? I'm like, no, the package was like perfectly sealed. I thought it's because I was still fairly new to Temu, and I thought that I was ordering a lamp. It's a metal print of a lamp, and I ordered 2 of them because I ordered one for myself and one for Mom. Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty, but I wanted the lamp. Oh, and then there was this really cute turtle decoration that I thought was like, 3D. No, it was flat. He's somewhere in my car. I think. Still. He used to hang in the one spot. I don't know if I've seen him there for a while. I should check. So yeah, it's always good to make sure you read very carefully and also check comments and reviews. Because, yeah. Sometimes you're not getting what you think you're getting. And they'll have things like a whole spiel of stuff, and then at the bottom they'll have like what it actually is. So it the crochet plushies on Temu are always good from my experience. Yeah, I haven't ordered any of those. I got one thing I did, I ordered these really soft blankets. I bought just like a throw size one. I don't know if it's in here right now. Yeah, here it is. It's on the floor. I often wear it like a shawl. Ooh. Oh, let's go over that. So I bought one of these blankets off of Temu for in here because sometimes in the winter it gets a little chilly, and it's like was super soft and super warm. And then I saw them again another time that I was in Temu, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna buy Mom one because she loved super soft blankets. That was her favorite. So I'm like, I'm gonna get Mom one, and I'll get one for myself because I need a new blanket for my camper, and I really like how soft it is. I ordered a twin size for her, and I ordered a double for me, or maybe I did get the queen. No, I think I ordered a queen for me. So I got her a twin one and me a queen one. They both came queen. So I'm like, I got a queen size one for the price of a twin. I'm like, I'm not gonna complain. Thankfully, it wasn't tiny, but some things. Yeah, I know. How often does that happen? Usually, it's like a disappointment. Like, oh, I mean, that one was a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, but I didn't actually look at sizes when I ordered that one. I just kind of clicked, and I'm happy because I use that one like a cape. I have a safety pin that's in it, and I put it in, and it looks. I get lots of comments on it. They're like, "Oh, I like your shawl." And I'm like, "Thank you. It's a blanket." And it's super warm and cozy and soft. And got a freaking baby blanket. Yep. Yeah, I think with that one, I didn't even look at the size. I was just like, ooh, that's nice. That's a good price. Click, buy. Didn't even look. But it turned out good. I was not going to complain. And they're warm. Oh my god, are they super warm. For being as thin as they are, they're ridiculously warm. I found that in my camper, it's like it's warm, but at the same time, because it's so thin, it's almost like cold. But if you put like just a slightly heavier blanket over top of it, you're like a frickin' furnace. It's like just a little. It's so thin that just a little bit too much airflow comes through, and it gets a little chilly. But you just put another blanket on top, and then you're just like, okay, now I'm too hot. There was sometimes, because we had such a mild winter this year, there was times when I actually just slept. I have my fuzzy blanket, and then I have a comforter, and there was a lot of times where I had to just use my comforter because the fuzzy blanket was too thin to have just that one on, but it was too warm to have the comforter over top of it. So I was just like constantly like, really? I want my nice soft cozy fuzzy blankie, but it's too warm. Oh, and it's also a little too thin in my for my cat. So my one cat that lives with me in the camper, Mystique, she likes to sleep on my hip, and she'll knead, and the blanket's just a little bit too thin, so you feel those claws real well when she's kneading. And she's not like the nice kneader that just does this. Like Vinny does this. He does the whole no claws, just but no, she likes to. And so I'm like, how. You need to do the one leg out trick. Yeah, I can't have my legs out because then they get cold and they cramp up on me. In the wintertime, you can't not be covered because it's cold. Like, even though we had a ridiculously mild winter this year, so it wasn't so bad, but we're talking like can get down to like minus 30 Celsius. It usually doesn't get that cold. Usually it's like minus 10, minus 15. Might get down to like the minus 20s, but on rare occasions it will get down to minus 30. And it's cold. And even though I got space heaters on, I keep them pretty low. So it's cold. Can't relate with it, right? Yeah, we barely got into the negatives this year. It was so mild. I think we might have had a couple times where it was down to minus 10. And then the rest of the winter we were like fighting like single digits to like single digit minuses, and it would just like fluctuate. Yeah, I live in Canada, so I get the cold winters. Though I will say that where I live, we usually get milder winters than everybody else. But every now and then, usually end of January, beginning of February, we will get a pretty good cold snap. But this year, we did not get that. The year before, was it the year before? No, it was 2 years ago. We had a really, really mild winter, pretty much all winter, and then right at the end of January, beginning of February, we got this massive cold snap, and it killed all our like all the buds and stuff on our fruit trees because it was so mild. The trees started budding way before they were supposed to. And ads come along. Of course, ads come along. Hey, Nina girl. Our ads over. Welcome back from ads. What were we talking about? We were talking about... Oh, yes. We were talking about how a couple of years ago, we had a ridiculously mild winter. So much so that a lot of our fruit trees and other plants were starting to bud in like January. And then we got a massive cold snap. Have you been popping in? Oh yeah, I did see the me sneaky there. Yeah, sorry, Knitter girl. You're just that sneaky. You're just sneaky. But yeah, we had all these buds on our fruit trees, and then it dropped to like -30, and it like killed everything off. So none of the fruit trees grew any fruit that year. Like it was a terrible year. You couldn't get peaches anywhere. Peaches and cherries. What else? I didn't really get a lot of blackberries. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And this year I was really worried. Right? Peaches are really good. There's a lot of peaches out where I live. I always say I live in Orchardville, is what I say. A lot of fruit trees and stuff here. But yeah, I was really worried that we were going to have the same issue this year because we had such a mild winter. And I'm like, my God, I know we're going to get a cold snap. We're going to get a cold snap. It's going to hit like it always does just when we think we're through, and it's going to start like turning into like actual spring. It's going to get a cold snap, and it didn't come. We did have a little bit of a cold snap, but not detrimental. to the plants. So yeah, I was really worried. I was just so now we just got to worry about fires. Um, I'm like, fires suck as well. I mean, I don't have any, like, I don't sell any of my fruit. I have an apple tree and a cherry tree, and then I have blackberry and raspberries. But I don't sell anything. Technically, actually, I have 3 cherry trees because I have 2 cherry trees that are growing up in my just up out of my ditch in my yard that were bird planted. Yes, you guys get really cold weather where you are, Knitter Girl. Weird. I thought cherries thrived in. Yeah, everything thrives. Well, okay, not everything thrives. The problem is the trees started budding way too early, and then we had a cold snap that killed everything off. Like -30. Yeah, that is too cold for cherries. Tomato growing in my roof gutters once from a bird. Nice. That's awesome. Gotta love the good old voluntary plants. That's the first I've heard of a tomato plant growing in a roof gutter. I wanna. I have a garden box, like a really nice planter box that I bought last year for Mom, and I want to put it together. Raised garden bed, nice one, 6 foot by 6 foot by 3 foot by 2 feet. So it's 2 feet tall and then 6 feet long and 3 feet wide. And I want to put it together this year, but I don't think I'm going to get that. I think if I can just maintain the lawn, I will be happy. I had to buy a new lawnmower because ours crapped the bed this year. But because I had to buy a new one, I was able to get myself a really nice battery operated one, and it is nice. It is super lightweight, easy to push, super quiet. And when I did mow the lawn, it didn't even drain the batteries. Like they were still at full bars when I took them out of the lawnmower. I mow the lawn. I feel like such a dad. Like, I'll stand on the road and admire it. I will say I've been admiring what I did mow a fair bit, but I hate mowing the lawn. I'm not good at yard work. I never have. There was like my mom loved doing yard work back when she could walk and everything like that. And then when I moved down, it sort of like became my job, and I was never that good at it. So it tends to get a little too long before I mow it. But I like this lawnmower more, so I feel like I will be doing more yard work with it because it's not a heavy gas mower that gets super hot so that you're like melting while mowing the lawn in the fucking heat. And in the evenings, the bugs are too bad for me to go out and mow. So it's usually like I try to do like mid to late morning is usually when I end up mowing, which in the summertime is often too late in the day, but I just can't get up early enough, and evenings I'm either streaming or it's too buggy out. never good. Well, I could see the scene one because you live near a fire station, but to hear, that's never a good sign. Well, hello there, redneck. All is well. We be spinning. We be spinning the yarnin. The yarnin? Spinning the yarnin. Oh, nice. So you had today off? Or wait, no, do you go do grandma? When do you usually do grandma? I can't remember. Is it Wednesdays or Tuesdays? I'm trying to remember what day you do grandma. I live close to another fire station too. Ah, you live close to 2 fire stations. Tomorrow is Monday. I usually do it on Tuesdays. Yeah, because I was thinking, I'm like, wait, you don't usually do Mondays. I was thinking Tuesday or Wednesday, so Tuesdays. Well, hopefully you have a good visit with Randy. Hi, buddy. You coming up? Gonna come say hi to Redneck? No? No? Oh. Well, come on. Come on, bub. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, but that's because you live in the future. What's it like in the future? Tell me. Is it going to be a good day? It's a fire station down the hill across McLeod Trail. Hot from the heater though. Yeah, unless the weather changes, it's gonna continue to get hot. Let's see. So right now we're 16 degrees. And then tomorrow, well, today we supposedly got up to 23. I could believe that we could have, like, that was the high was 23. I can believe that we were at that. It was pretty warm at one point today. Tomorrow is supposed to be cloudy and only 19 degrees. Yes. But then Wednesday it starts to go up again. And then it just seems like the weather's going to continually go up. And when it says that, usually with this weather app, the temperature can be like within like 5 degrees difference from what the app says. To me, anything past 20 is too hot. Pretty much. Well, I can handle up to about 25, but anything above 25 and I'm like, I can't handle it. my camera. Sorry. My broken back scratcher. But my back was itchy. I need to get another one. I like my little extra hand. He's really good at picking things up off the floor, but he's a little bit broken, so I need to get a new one. Yes, Celsius. I'm Canada, so we're Celsius, and yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. So, that's why I don't think I could ever. I don't think I could ever go there. I don't think I can handle the heat. We can get up to 40. We usually don't get any higher than 35, but depends on whereabouts you are. I know the farther west you go, like closer to Vancouver, and especially in and around areas like Kelowna and stuff, it can get up there. Yeah, our winters can be anywhere from like 8 degrees all the way down to minus, well, get all the way down to like minus 30, minus 40. And depending on where you are in Canada, it can get even colder. Usually here, though, we usually get it's usually between minus 15 and 5 degrees. It's cold. You just bundle. See, the great thing. This is the great thing. The great thing about the cold is you can put more layers on, and you can, sit by fires or space heaters and stuff. In the summertime, there's only so much that you can take off. And air conditioners cost a lot, so I try to climatize myself to the heat, so I make myself suffer a lot before I use the air conditioner. As it is, I have 2 fans that are this guy, and then I have another one that's not as nice as this one. This one is really nice. But anyways, I have 2 fans. And in the summertime, it gets so hot that I have one that's pointed at my computer, keeping my computer cool, and the other one is pointed at me, keeping me cool. And then, of course, I also have the air conditioner that I use. I'm thinking I might put the air conditioner down at this end of the trailer now, in the bedroom. I feel like, because this is the hottest end of the house, and it faces direct west, so it gets the hot afternoon and evening sun. And then because I'm in a trailer, a mobile home, it heats up on the outside, and then once you hit a certain time of day, that heat penetrates through the walls, and then it's like an oven, and it just like heats inside the house. So I think if I put the air conditioner down here in the bedroom, it will keep this end of the house cooler, and which will end up probably keeping that end of the house cooler. If I just run a fan down the hallway kind of thing. This winter, that central heating is way more expensive than my electricity. Only reason, though, is that my furnace runs on propane, and oh yeah, propane is horrible. When I used to heat my camper with the furnace, I used to have the furnace as well as 2 space heaters, electric space heaters, in my camper, and I would spend like $60 a month minimum on propane, and then I would also be paying for electricity as well. And then my furnace died and I ended up just using my space heaters, and I would use my propane stovetop. I would just turn the burner on, and I had this big old cast iron pan, and of course cast iron contains heat, right? Or like holds heat. So I'd have this big cast iron pan, and then I had one of those wood stove fans, and I would turn that on when I was like sitting in my camper playing games or watching TV or whatever. I'd never had it on unsupervised, but it was just like I was cooking on the stove, and that little bit of wood stove fan would help circulate the heat from the stove, and that actually heated my camper better than when I was using the furnace. The furnace, it was like it'd warm up when the furnace was running, but like within minutes of the furnace cutting out, you'd be freezing again. And so yeah, I just didn't bother getting the furnace fixed and use electric, and it ended up being cheaper in the long run. Right? And especially like if you contain yourself to like just like certain rooms of the house, like just heat where you're at in the house. That's the nice thing with space heaters, is you don't have to heat the entire house. I mean, obviously if you have plumbing, you want to make sure that I did drop some frames, so I could be lagging. I see that I dropped some frames at some point, so I could be lagging. It doesn't look like they're dropping anymore, but at some point I dropped some frames. But yeah, I like if you have plumbing, obviously you want heat where the plumbing is, but otherwise just run the space heater in the room that you're in, and then when you leave that room, turn that space heater off or move it if you don't have enough for all rooms. And that helps save electricity as well. When I lived in the house I grew up in, I lived there for a while by myself, and it had a wood stove, but it was in the living room, and it was more of like a comfort wood stove where it's not necessarily meant to like heat the whole house. And so what I used to do, because I was on propane, welcome back, Gigi. I couldn't really afford to like heat the house with the propane too much, and I didn't like using the wood stove because the chimney needed to be cleaned. So I used to have all the heat vents for the furnace would point down into the basement, and I did have it set to a certain temperature, but so all the heat blew into the basement where all the pipes were to keep the pipes from freezing, and then I just basically lived in my bedroom with a space heater, and so it was always nice and cozy in my bedroom, but the rest of the house would be freezing cold. Bathroom and bedroom were the two places that I had the space heater, and then the furnace kept the pipes warm enough in the basement. I wish I had wood heat here. I love wood heat so much. Yes, it is a lot to maintain, but I love wood heat. Propane and propane accessories. Sorry, I just noticed that comment. I have a couple friends that are really good at doing Hank Hill. I cannot. I can do races like this though. Sometimes I talk like this a lot, and then other times not so much. Lip balm. Oh yeah, I totally understood. I just missed it. I was like going through and I was like double checking to see if I'm like, oh, I missed that. Right. That's not too bad. Um, I I replaced my one space heater this year. Well, I guess last year. So at the start of winter, because I have two. I have a space heater that runs on a thermostat and is a blower one. It can swivel, but I usually don't have the swivel on. I just have it blow. And then I have another one that looks like a radiator, and it's an oil heater. So it's electric, but it heats up the oil inside and then radiates. And I really like that one because it's good at maintaining the area that it's in. And my old one died. Right, exactly. You gotta love a good blow. I I my oil heater, my old oil heater died. It croaked, and I got this new one, and I can't believe how much better it worked. Because my old one was old. I had it for a couple of years, but this one, and with the milder winter, I was a lot warmer. I barely used my blower space heater. It was mostly just the oil heater one that I used. Gotta head to bed. Night all. Take care, Gigi. My cat. Mystique's meowing. But she's not doing the whole I want to go inside meow. It's more of a hello. Hello. I thought it was like a Tom walking around looking for female heat, and I was like, Mystique's out there. How is a male cat that close to Mystique without her freaking out? But then I realized, no, it was just her doing her mom, mom. Oh my god, we're gonna get ads again. My dog used to say hello when I get home, right? Aww. My dog Victor would say, I love you. And I can't remember. He said something else too, and I can't remember what it was. Now he just speaks in farts. Of course. Scent language. keep getting the damn sheep detective. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of those ads as well. I feel like it's gonna be a fun movie. I kind of want to watch it. One, because they're sheep, and I'm a fiber artist. So. I think it's definitely gonna be a good laugh. I mean, I like the Babe movies, so I feel like it's gonna be kind of similar to that. Right, your mom? Took me a couple seconds. I guess I should read what you were replying to. No, the booking.com. Uh, because your mom works in a hotel. Can come up? Pickles. See, I think that's so stupid. I listen to pretty much everything. Honestly, as long as I mean, we have a couple slightly offensive songs on here, but for the most part, as long as it's not super offensive or like spouting a whole bunch of hate, um, or promoting, um, you know, not nice things, then we will listen to pretty much anything. Sometimes screaming in the ears is quite nice. Some of the music on this playlist, I tell you. It is. It says it's by Ween, but it does sound like Hartman. Then you might need to mute if it's too screamy for you. You're not weird, Knitter Girl. There's a lot of people that don't like that. But you know, sometimes this is just a mood. Nice. I guess that's one bonus. I like it. Oh, I love this song. Fucking love LP. That's awesome, Jukin. Have you posted pictures yet, or are you gonna wait until it's done? Miley Cyrus. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It just looks like chaos. I look forward to when you're able to post some pictures of it more put together. Hijinks. Sorry, I'm listening to Hijinks. I'm lurking in Hijinks' stream, and she just said something that made me laugh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Breathe, Jams, breathe. I'm fine. Fine. Oh. I lost the... I'm fine. I'm fine. Hijinks is totally not putting me into a giggle fit at all. Nope. Lost on you. Oh. So lost on you. He said lost on you. This is a nice voice. I may be a sucker for a deep voice. That's 3 really good songs in a row. I love that. I really shouldn't be doing long draw, but kind of likes doing long draw. But I'm not doing long draw on this spin, and I don't need a combination yarn. It's like, why is your yarn fluffy in this section, but not in this other section? Because I was sometimes doing long draw. Because this yarn likes to do long draw. Another good song. How are your AirPods still charged from full battery? They are. I switched them out about an hour ago. So I used two. Um, and they're knockoff brands, so they're not actual like AirPods, but I used two. And one is connected to my phone and one is connected to my computer. And so I wear one of each. So when they these ones, usually it's the pink ones because for some reason my computer drains them faster. So I wear one of each, and then they used to be able to go 4 hours. Now they usually start yelling at me between 2.5 to 3 hours, and then I switch them out for the other ones. So that's one half of the stream, and then the other half of the stream. I used to stream longer, but I now only do I usually only do like a 4-hour stream now, just because I was burning myself out. Yes, well they're cheap. These were only like, I think, maybe $25. They're not real AirPods or anything. I buy the knockoff ones. So ooh, frozen veggies. Millie! Just a quick morning, still ill. Oh, Millie. Sending you hugs and healing vibes. Hopefully you get better. Yeah, I'm probably going to be ending in the next half hour anyways. But I'm glad that you were able to make it in to say hello. Oh, I'm sorry your boyfriend got you sick. And I'm sorry that your boyfriend got sick in the first place. Hopefully you're not sick for too long. But sending you lots of hugs. But yeah, I won't buy expensive earbuds because one, I'm afraid of losing them, and two, I'm poor. So I just have a couple pairs. Technically I have 4 pairs of them. One is my emergency backup, sits in my knitting bag pair. Then I have my pair that I keep with me at all times. And then I've got the 2 pairs for streaming. So technically 3 pairs connect to my phone and 1 connects to my computer, if that makes sense. But yeah, they're all like cheap, crappy. Actually, they're not bad. For how cheap they are, they're really not bad. I will take some time, I guess. It's corny. I don't taste any food besides sugar in every item. My bread, cheese, everything tastes sweet. That would be annoying when you're eating cheese and it tastes sweet. I almost think I'd rather have no taste at all. Speaking of cheese, I forgot I had cheese. Like, I'd rather have no taste than everything tastes sweet. Did I say convoy? Convoy is... I can't believe I forgot about my cheese. No. She just got a really bad cold. No. What about making a soup? What about meat? Does your meat taste sweet? I'm eating my cheese before it dries out because I forgot about it. Oh, hi, buddy. I would have cooked the soup on my own. Can't be bothered. Yesterday I had chicken wings. I put ketchup on it so the sugar taste didn't bother me that much. I thought, tastes like sugar. Let's bathe it in sugar, then, right? Well, that's one way of fixing that problem. You just might have to eat everything with ketchup for a while. The Melee are back together. Only Melly is sick with the Rona. Yeah, all she can taste is sugar. Everything she eats tastes sweet. It's so strange for the brain when you eat normal food and it tastes like sugar. I'm like a strange sugar detector right now. Aww, she is sweet. Right? Exactly. Cheap, low uric acid, high smoke point flavor, neutral substitute. I hate canola oil. I do not use it. I mean, yes, I'm sure I eat certain foods that have it in it, but I don't like canola oil. Canola oil. Licks Melly, yummy. Pele, you do not want to be licking Melly right now. You will get the Rona. That I did already know. Welcome back from ad jail. You managed to get out early. Hey, hey. Want to stay at least 6 or 2 meters away from Melly. Well, at least you still have your sense of humor, Melly. Last time it took 4 days till normal taste was back. Well, 3 more days of ketchup to go, right? You can also do things like other sweet sauces. You just gotta find some sweet sauces to put on your food. Think I could think of any off the top of my head? No. Ooh, salted caramel. Salted caramel popcorn. True, very true. But you could go with like, of course, if you all you taste is the sweet, then the salt's not going to help. Because I was going to say you could do salty sweet stuff, but then I realized all you taste is the sweet, so that's not going to work. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I haven't had one of those in a while. Haven't had one of those in a long time, actually. Hmm. Maybe I need to put some crunchy chocolate bars on my shopping list. So, in other words, did your boyfriend have taste issues, or were you the only one that got unlucky? But then again, your boyfriend likes sweet stuff, so. Anything else? I had zero lemon soda. It tastes like water. It's really only the sugar I detect. It's smelly and dark chocolate. Oh my gosh. He is fine. That's the most annoying thing. I should put a lot of right? Yeah. That's not good. Right? That's so, buddy. Must be nice. It's like, here, let me go buy $20 worth of groceries. Walks out with one fucking item. Of course, if it's $20 US, I might be able to walk out with like 2 items. Walk-in possible guests. So your hotel also has $100 deposit. Me, yes, ma'am. Woman, okay. Walks out. Well, if you stare and read the sign, then ask me about the deposit. I will charge it. If she didn't ask me about the deposit she just read about, I wouldn't have charged it unless she was local, right? Sometimes you gotta be. I mean, you gotta entertain yourself somehow working at that job. Oh, well, guys, I think we're at that point where there's not much point in me spinning anymore tonight. So we should start looking for someone to raid. It is expensive if you go to retail stores for food. Okay, let's take a boo and see who is on. Ooh. How do you guys feel about diamond painting? You and me, both, Crimson, are thinking the same thing. Charging for stepping in, I would stand on the street yelling into the room. Henry. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming and hanging out with me while we spun on Melanie. Retro's going to be sad that he missed out because he loves Melanie, but who knows? Maybe I'll be spinning on her Tuesday. I am glad that you found my channel and came and hung out. I had a blast chit-chatting with you throughout stream. I hope to see you pop in again. But yes, I'm off tomorrow, but I will be back Tuesday. Wednesday for you. But I'll be back Tuesday. And yeah, same time as usual. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and I will see you guys Tuesday. Take care. Bye.